Ideal for hikers, backpackers, mountaineers, or even trail runners looking to save on weight and maximize packed size. LEKI Micro Vario carbon trekking poles offer ultra lightweight performance at pack-friendly collapsed dimensions. Let's take a closer look. As the name would suggest, Micro Vario carbon trekking poles utilize carbon construction. So what you've got is an incredibly lightweight set of poles, 14.6 ounces for the pair, but still reliable strength. As you can see, this is not a traditional telescoping trekking pole. It's a collapsible pole. It enables this to pack the whole way down to just 15 inches in length, which is certainly has appeal when you need to maximize space inside your pack. To put the poles together, you simply align the lower three sections, pull them to their furthest or highest length. There's a little lock or button that protrudes there. Nice firm positioning lets you know that you're ready to go. On the upper shaft section, you don't always find this on every collapsible pole out there. You do have a range of adjustability, 43 inches to 51 inches in height, so a nice range there. Thanks to LEKI's Speed Lock 2 locking mechanism, getting this into position and locking it down securely is as simple as putting that mechanism into place and off you go. Oftentimes when you choose to go with an ultra lightweight design, you've got to live with the fact that there's fairly minimalist grips on those poles. And that's not the case here on the Micro Vario carbon. A grip that's very, very similar to what you'd find on a heavier, more traditional trekking pole. Great ergonomics to this grip. It is LEKI's Ergon Thermo Mid, so it's a nice foam. On top here you see some dimpling and some curvature at the top of the poles. Makes it really comfortable if you're over top of the grips, which is sometimes the case. Really nice feel there. An extended length of foam below the traditional grip, so if you're side hilling or you're going over terrain that has you changing up and down in positions, you don't always have to stop and do micro adjustments. You can just change where you're actually grasping the poles. Nice feature set there. Also makes that nice and friendly if you're using this in winter and you've got gloved hands. That texturing can be a really nice touch. You do also have adjustability in the security wrist straps at the top of these poles, so you can set them where you'd most like them to be in terms of comfort. And those wrist straps really help to take some of the repeated stress out of using the poles. Again, really nice grip on the Micro Vario carbon. At the other end of the poles, you'll find LEKI's carbide flex tips, and that's this entire 3 to 3.5 inch section. There is a tip on the very end that is truly carbide, with the anticipation of striking dirt and softer ground. You get a nice bite there. If you were to be using these on improved surfaces, you'd want to consider rubber tips, some protective caps. Those are sold separately. This tip is designed in such a way that should you have a potentially catastrophic issue, you've driven the poles down between two rocks and your weight comes down over top of it, this is designed in such a way that it would break away in that instance, which is good, rather than actually snapping the carbon shafts. Definitely a greater issue there than just replacing the carbide tip itself. This small disc at the end, that's one of LEKI's baskets. It's a fairly small diameter there. If you think of soft ground where you're driving this into the ground, there's only so far you want it to go before you're off on your next step where the poles aren't doing what you expect. That slows that progress into soft ground. If you're using these in snow, certainly in deeper powder, you may want to consider swapping in LEKI's other baskets. They've got a snow basket, a little broader diameter. They've got a deep powder basket that's much broader, and those will really give you better performance in snowy conditions. For storage, for easy carry of the poles when they're not in use, LEKI does include this clever stuff sack, travel sack. So you can see you've got the drawstring closure at the top. Again, long enough for the 15-inch collapse size on these poles. When you're not using them, kind of tucks inside itself. You've got this second drawstring closure, so you can throw that in your pack with taking up barely any space at all. Again, the LEKI Micro Vario carbon trekking poles, just an excellent option. That combination of high performance, 14.6 ounces for the pair, and that really compelling pack size does make these trekking poles a great option for hiking, for backpacking, mountaineering, or trail running.